Brad Garlinghouse gets denied in D.C. The Senate is on the floor right now. We're going to talk XRP crypto price action because the market is clawing its way back. The SEC is talking regs.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And I'm going back to the doctor tomorrow because I'm having some complications. Wah, wah, wah. And before we get into the crypto news, you know the deal. You, the viewer, matter most. That's why I bring your comments at the beginning of the video. Paralusky says, just read Sailor's Wiki. Dude seems to be shady AF. I totally agree. He gives me that total scumbag salesman vibe. Hop Tart says Moody's is garbage. ZBCN, ZBEC is going up. In crypto, you gotta be hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant, don't you? Karen a Package says, love your show, brother. Keep it going. What's happening? We've got green on the screen with ETH making a healthy rally. What else is going? The old fogies are debating on the floor. Are they debating crypto? Well, let's listen in real quick.
In their bill, Republicans give huge tax breaks to multi-billion-dollar corporations. They exempt up to $28 million in taxes from estates where the wealthiest Americans pass on their...
Nope, no crypto debate just yet. I will let y'all know when it happens. Cloture vote is scheduled for tonight. Yeah, they're going to be talking about this crap for a while. The vote is probably a few hours away from the time of recording. Don't worry, summation video probably coming out later. Bitcoin sitting at 105,713 ETH, 2514. You're starting to see more green up on the screen, and I'd love to share that with you. We're going to talk XRP price at the end because they canceled a meeting with Brad in DC. That's right. The BTC Maxis shut Brad down. So what's going on? That's right. It's all about the Genius Act. And Paul Atkins, the SEC chair, said the crypto markets have been languishing in SEC limbo for years. Well, I've directed commission staff across our policy divisions to begin drafting rule proposals related to crypto. The staff continues to clear the brush through staff level statements. I get that, Paul, but the problem is we need more than staff level stuff. We need to get these old fogies, these out of touch petards in Congress to actually pass stuff. We need more than staff level work, my guy. We need the actual juice. By the way, if you want to listen to these people debate this shit on the floor, it's boring AF. It's linked in the description below. Paul continues, as I begin my tenure as chairman, I can tell you that we're getting back to our roots of promoting rather than stifling innovation. Markets innovate, and the SEC should not be in the business of telling them to stand still. So what's going on? That's right, the stablecoin fight heads to a showdown as the Senate Democrats splinter. Uh-oh, what happened? Elizabeth Warren dropped a bomb on us all, trying at the last minute to pull support to shoot down the vote. Basically what she's saying is, look, don't vote for cloture because of why? There's no ban on Trump profiting from his own stablecoin. The bill would allow Elon to create his own money. It expands loopholes for Tether, aiding terrorists and criminals, and there's no real consumer protection for financial safeguards. Basically saying, hey, Democrats, if you don't agree with this stuff, don't even vote for cloture, so we can't even get to the Senate floor to debate this stuff. What an absolute freaking mess. Do you want to know what they're talking about right now? Here, listen in real quick, and then we're going to get into more juice like Brad being denied in D.C.
What a life he lived. James was truly one of the greatest men I've ever known. Reverend Peter's story started not far from these walls here in Washington, D.C. He grew up in Washington during a time of deep segregation and became an early leader.
Yeah, I kid you not. This is going to go on for hours and hours and hours, them talking about random shit like this. So you see, that's the work that I put in behind the scenes. I listen to all this stuff and I snip out the juicy stuff for you so that you don't have to. For real, Senator Warren, the ranking member on the Democratic side, put out a really, really nasty letter earlier today talking about how they should shut down the vote today. So will it happen? Well, we're going to find out in a few hours. But listen to this. Brad got shut down by the BTC Maxis. It's all linked down below. Here's what Brad said. heading to DC to champion sensible pro-crypto legislation around stablecoins and market structure. And I'm very encouraged to see our elected officials look at crypto as it should be, a multi-chain industry. That said, Senator Loomis, as chair of the Digital Assets Subcommittee, canceled a meeting with me and won't reschedule. Mind you, Loomis is like the Michael Saylor of senators. She is a mega BTC maxi. As a leader in Congress and a senator from one of the most crypto-friendly states, Wyoming, I hope you will reconsider as a leader for all of crypto. I invite you to join me on an X-Space anytime or a live convo on stage in one of the many events we cross paths at to talk about how to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world as the goal of the Trump administration. I will continue to do everything possible to support that goal. So Brad's heading to D.C., he's got a meeting with Loomis, right? Senator Loomis. She cancels and won't even reschedule the meeting. So Brad shot down in D.C. like a Japanese World War II fighter pilot. Meanwhile, the senators are in D.C. gabbing about I don't know what the fuck right now. So I gotta listen to this shit for probably 4 more plus hours? Yeah. I'm having a great day. And yeah, I gotta go see the facial surgeon tomorrow. This isn't gonna be fun. Meanwhile, the crypto market's rebounding. That is fun. That is making my day. XRP, yeah, clawing its way back. You see what I'm talking about? We had 2 lows right around that 230 mark. We actually breached 230 a couple times here. Opportunity to stack OLA. Volume up there, 42% at almost 4 billion in the last 24 hours. Yeah, the CME futures launch didn't help us all out with price because they sold on that action. Let's go to those candlesticks to see what's going on, and more of the same. Yeah, nothing too juicy. Right now, we're going to be in a holding pattern until what? Until the old fogies at the old people's home start doing something that actually helps us out. I don't know what the fuck this shit is all about up on the screen. Seriously, they waste their time to do this crap. You got leaders in crypto getting denied meetings and not even getting them rescheduled. Atkins is sitting here saying, yo, let's make some regs through the SEC. Homeboy, this shit don't even help us out at all. Meanwhile, Warren is sitting here going, yo, let's not even vote for cloture so we can't even debate it on the floor. And that's your crypto news roundup. Hold on. Let's see what this douchebag is saying right now to see if he's talking about crypto.
With Reverend Peters, he spoke about his life growing up in Washington, D.C. during segregation and his fierce belief in nonviolence and nonviolent movements. He reflected on how their nonviolent tactics led more and more people to join them.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. This is all cool, but are we moving the country forward with this shit? I don't know. There's a lot of fish to fry, and right now, it doesn't seem like Congress wants to fry anything that actually matters. No. So you think your life sucks. Well, how do you think I feel? I gotta go back to the facial surgeon tomorrow because I'm having some complications. And in the background, all freaking day long, I have to have these senators on in case they start talking about the cloture vote. Yeah, I gotta listen to them debate about stupid shit that doesn't make any difference. They're gonna talk about important people in the past. They're gonna talk about friends of theirs in their district that did really good things and we should be patting them on the back. Meanwhile, the country's spiraling out of debt. There's a whole bunch of regs that need to get done. There's a whole bunch of other bills and stuff like that that needs to get passed. And they're talking about personal crap. That's what I do. See, what you don't see in the background is all this other crap. All the articles I gotta scrub, all the time I gotta spend in DGen World and Twitter where my brain rots and melts because I gotta see all the stupid, XRP's gonna hit $10,000 by Tuesday. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go through that. And then I gotta listen to the senators. And then I gotta deal with the radiating pain that I got. And then the nerves are starting to give me problem. Meanwhile, all you see is the finished product up on the screen and the green up on the screen as the crypto market is starting to come back. That's what you see because I edit everything else. So choo-choo what? Choo-choo Viz Nachos. Yo, as soon as I get an update on the cloture thing, I'll bring it to you. Not worth live streaming because basically what's going to happen is they're just out of nowhere going to come up with the vote. And And when they do the vote, it's super, super boring. They're just going to announce it. They're going to be really quiet about it. They go to their seat, they hit their little keypad thing, and that's it. And then they'll do a floor debate at some time. And yeah, so I'll give you like a summarized update on it. It's probably going to be pretty late tonight when they do that. So I'll spare you the pain while I'm in pain. Why? Because that's my job.